Tu l'as vu arriver? Yeah.
Les voisins, c'est qui ont pris leur caméra.
Non, on dirait que ça bouge.
Live, this is one for the record. I'm Diana, and today is April 26, 2012. It's Thursday, the eve of Friday, and here's your update for today. It's going to be very early Thursday morning for you. And let's first start off with Earth changes, SOT.net, volcano watch, heavy breathing in Santorini, and that's in Greece. They're saying it did like a breath in. And let's see what else we got going on. Nicobar Island region rattled by swarm of tremors. Mystery boom and shaking in Georgia identified as an earthquake. 2.1 magnitude. Alrighty, let's move on. Tonight I have attached some wonderful, wonderful recent UFO pictures, and then towards the end there is one good one that I saw that I believe really is from last year. And so I try to find stuff that a lot of people haven't seen yet, so stay tuned after this report. Yesterday on the, on the 24th, well, it's actually the day before yesterday it was posted, there was a UFO sighted in France. It's an excellent picture. There were 3 witnesses, so I attached all 3. And actually, that's what's on the beginning of this video. I'm going to put it on the beginning of it. And if you want to email me, to my inbox on YouTube and let me know you have a UFO picture that you'd like up on YouTube, let me know, and maybe I can interview you on Skype also. Alrighty then, so just drop me a line and maybe we can converse over Skype, and I can actually film it and get you on there. Or you can send me the link in the video if it's already on YouTube. If not, just drop me a line. I can help you get that on there. I could put it on my show for you. I would love breaking news on UFOs. It's the cryptic side of me, or any kind of weird story. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. The Extinction Protocol 2012. And what do we have here? I hate giving comments during the news, but I know what I'm going to say, because I'm going to have to say it just by scanning through this. Let's see here. Let's move this over so I can read the headlines. Study suggests Greece still vulnerable to tsunami threat. Again, that's because of that volcano. The buildings are right on the edge of that Santorini. New arms race. Pakistan successfully fires nuclear capable missile that could strike India. Now, let's say it again. Now, They say nuclear energy's not going to hurt you, and all this, but why are we using it as weapons? Come on, hello, why are you using it as a weapon if it's not going to hurt people? Why do you have them all around the world, you know? Like major cities, that's something else, you know? And even if you were a rocket scientist, which probably some of you are, if it's dangerous enough to turn it into a weapon, and that's your main weapon, it seems to be all around the world, that's your weapon of choice, then why are there nuclear plants for energy? Wake up. Russian general acknowledges nuclear threat from Iran and North Korea for the first time. Alright, and then again about the mystery boom in Georgia. Let's get rid of that one. And let's see, the watchers, lots of CMEs, heads up. Let's go down here. Weird noises outside too. What's going on outside? Let's see. Latest headlines. This is the watchers. Southeast Asia's cassava industry at high risk due to climate change. That's from today, April 26. Tornado in the Netherlands. I have a picture of a tornado. Flash floods hit Nairobi and parts of Kenya. It's also from today, the 26th. New eruption of North Sulawesi's Mount Loken. Fires blaze north of Omsk in Siberia. Wildfire areas enlarged to 3,075 HA in Siberia. USGS release. Now this is from technically yesterday. USGS release. Insecticide contamination increases with urbanization. Subsided geometric storm. New incoming CMEs. And this is from the Sunspot AR 1465 has developed. It's a beta gamma delta magnetic field, and it does harbor X-class solar flare energy, and it would be Earth directed. Sun diving comet and Earth directed CME, and that was seen on SOHO on April 23rd. It's due here, I believe, April 27th. Yes, April 27th. Tomorrow. Heads up. CME heading our way. And that's all we have for the watchers. That's your news update, but stay tuned. I have put a lot of UFO footage. Even Dr. Cuckoo. He's in there too. Talks about alien civilizations. So, or advanced human civilizations. And enjoy them. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care. It's now officially 4 days down. 1 to go before the weekend. It's the eve of Friday. You have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. And stay tuned.
When we physicists look in outer space for alien life, we don't look for little green men. We look for type 1, type 2, and type 3 civilizations. A type 1 civilization has harnessed planetary power. They control earthquakes, the weather, volcanoes. They have cities on the ocean. Anything planetary, they control. That's type 1. A type 2 civilization is stellar. They've exhausted the power of a planet, and they get their energy directly from their mother star. They just don't get a suntan on a weekend. They use solar flares. They use the power of the sun itself to energize their huge machines. Eventually, they exhaust the power of a star, and they go galactic. They harness the power of billions of stars within a galaxy. Now, what are we on this scale? We are type 0. We don't even rate on this scale. We get our energy from, not from stars or galaxies, we get our energy from dead plants, oil and coal.
Historians will look back and say, holy shit, they were making materials, selling them for corporation profit over and over and over and over again with absolutely no reference to what the planet had and recycling protocols and everything else. They were burning fossil fuels at 1,000,000 times the rate of their actual renewability. They're going to laugh at us, wondering what the hell kind of primitive, dumbass species we actually were, if we even survived to reach that point.
From an extraterrestrial perspective, our global civilization is clearly on the edge of failure in the most important task it faces, preserving the lives and well-being of its citizens and the future habitability of the planet.
This transition is also the most important because it's not clear if we're going to make it. When we look at outer space, we see no evidence of type 1, 2, or 3 anywhere. No evidence whatsoever. The mathematics say that there should be thousands of type 1, 2, and 3 civilizations in the galaxy. We see no evidence of any whatsoever. And why is that? Because the transition from type 0 to type 1 is the most dangerous of all transitions. We may not make it.
I hope everyone out there will understand that either we change or we die.
War, poverty, corruption, hunger, misery, human suffering will not change in a monetary system. That is, there'll be very little significant change. It's going to take the redesign of our culture, our values, and it has to be related to the carrying capacity of the earth, not some human opinion or some politician's notions of the way the world ought to be, or some religious notions of the conduct of human affairs.
So again, the generation now alive and our grandchildren are the most important generations ever to walk the surface of the earth. We are the generations that will determine whether we make the transition from type 0 to type 1 or we destroy ourselves because of our arrogance and our weapons. But every time I read the newspaper, I see evidence of this historic transition from type 0 to type 1. And I am privileged to be alive in the most important era in the history of the human race, the transition from type 0 to type 1.
The old appeals to racial, sexual, and religious chauvinism and to rabid nationalist fervor are beginning not to work. A new consciousness is developing which sees the earth as a single organism and recognizes that an organism at war with itself is doomed. We are one planet.
All right, UFO believers, listen up. You may well be vindicated. We are back with an out-of-this-world town square and a new book out later this week. Government officials, pilots, and scientists going on the record about their own close encounters. Michio Kaku, professor of physics at CUNY University and host of Sci-Fi Science on the Science Channel, got to read the book early, and he joins us with a review. Quite simply, Professor, do unidentified flying objects without question exist?
95% of all UFO sightings can be immediately identified as the planet Venus, weather balloons, weather anomalies, swamp gas, you name it, we've got it nailed. It's the 5% that give you the willies. 5% remain totally unexplained.
And you're saying to 5% unexplained to the point where they are legitimately an unidentified flying object.
And we're talking about generals. We're talking about Air Force pilots. We're talking about governors of states that claim that, hey, this is beyond our understanding of the laws of physics.
Can I have an unidentified flying object that is not necessarily from some other place?
It's possible, but we've looked at all the alternatives. These are multiple sightings by multiple modes. In other words, pilots, eyewitnesses, radar, visual sightings. These are very hard to dismiss, the handful of sightings. One over Alaska, another over Belgium, another over Iran. The handful of things that still cannot be explained defy known laws of physics.
So then, by that definition, does this confirm the existence of life on other planets, in your opinion?
I wouldn't go that far. We need alien DNA or an alien chip. That would nail it to the wall right there. We don't have that. We don't have the smoking gun. But this book is as close as you're going to get to the smoking gun. We're talking about senior military officials who were involved in the investigations of these incidents saying we are clueless.
If you were to look at those who argue, well, hang on, there's no way that they could get here from some other planet, that the technology doesn't exist, the stars are too far away, you rebut that sort of thinking with what?
Those people assume that there may be 100 years ahead of us, in which case it's impossible for them to reach us. But if they're 1,000, 1,000,000 years ahead of us, then new laws of physics begin to open up. So we have to open our mind to the possibility that they're not just a super version of us, that they could be thousands, millions of years more advanced.
Why would they not then pay us a visit in a way that is more recognizable? Go visit the White House, maybe stop out to Yellowstone.
My point of view is if you're walking on a country road in St. Anthill, do you go down to the ants and say, I bring you trinkets, I bring you beads, I give you nuclear energy, or perhaps maybe you step on a few of them? If they're that advanced, maybe they simply are not that interested in us.
All right. Listen, Professor, it is an absolute pleasure. If we have any strange sightings, at least now I know who to call. Before I let you go, do you teach on this subject at the university, on UFOs
I mention it when I teach astronomy. Also in Sci-Fi Science, we have a whole episode about what kinds of physics could open up in the next 1,000, next million years.
They could let us travel a few million miles at a time.
New kinds of physics on the Science Channel.
Very cool. Listen, a pleasure. That does it for us. I'm Dylan Radigan. Hardball's up right now.
I want to talk a little bit about the upcoming alien invasion. As I've determined, as I've discussed, you can reference the other videos and the other material with the information on www.stellan.ca. Okay, stellan.ca has a bunch of ideas, the material, the strategy, why they're doing this fake alien invasion in September 2011. I want to talk about some ideas that I've noticed, that I've realized. And just to give this more depth for anybody who's following this. Now, I've discussed this already, that the alien invasion is not an end in itself. It is not an end event. It is not the end of the world. It is, I was discussing that it is a trigger for some other event or series of events in 2012. That's because the cosmic criminals, they understand the cosmic cycles. So they're going to take the energies of later this year and they're going to apply it until the 2012, because there's another cosmic shift in 2012. has nothing to do with the Mayans specifically. You can reference the Mayans if you wish, but I am not referencing the Mayans. I am referencing my knowledge based on my cosmic ideas. Okay, my cosmic research, my cosmic understanding. So they want to use the alien invasion. Remember, the alien invasion is just a physical manifestation of these multidimensional beings. To them, on their level, they don't even see an alien invasion. They need to transform energy from one form into another form. They need to create this kind of tidal wave of chaotic energy, and for that chaotic energy to travel to point X. The alien invasion works because it puts together all these elements, all these pieces. It creates this machine, right? All of these elements. You need the government, you need the secret military, you need the science, you need the space agencies, you need the banking institutions to fund the whole operation. You need the politicians to control the laws and procedures. You need the lawyers. You need the bureaucracies. You need the infrastructure. You need the money and the time and the effort and the energy and the will to do this for many years. You need the military believing that this is a good idea, right? You need the Defense Department believing this is a good idea, that investing in this weaponry and this technology. You need the intelligence agencies who are stealing information and knowledge from the extraterrestrials. All of these pieces, right, are coming together to create this event. But this event is not an end event. I've stated that very clearly. The alien invasion will not end the world. It is not intended to end the world. It is intended to trigger the end of the world. Their ultimate goal is the end of the world. Because these people, I think, now, this is speculation, but I'm willing to speculate and put my neck out there because it's a very big idea. We've often heard of this idea of the end of the world, and we've heard it throughout many decades. But I think the cosmic criminals, they want to end the world because they're battling this thing. They want to control the world, right? But every time they get to control the world, there's a higher cosmic agency that does not allow them to control it. So they get angry and they plow down to society and they brainwash society and they poison society and they beat society and they terrorize society and they say, hey, you are slaves. Because they know this, that if they can corrupt all the human minds to be a slave, then the cosmic agencies that rule the universe will say, okay, if the people want it, we cannot interfere. But the cosmic defenders on the ground, they're seeing all this manipulation and they're reporting back on this, listen, they've been enslaved because of the poisons and the attacks and the terrorist events and the cover-ups and the science and the genetic manipulation. So now the cosmic bosses are going, well, what we're going to do is we're going to now live society up with a more cosmic energy, and we're going to wake people up to compensate for all of the sleeping potions. So the cosmic criminals are going, uh-oh. The cosmos is now lifting everybody up. Their heads coming out of the water. They're realizing, okay, the government is corrupt. The space agencies are covering up the extraterrestrials. There are moon bases on the bloody moon. The assassinations were orchestrated. The Osama bin Laden ghost was created. We have a lot of faulty people in government positions. They're poisoning our water. You know, now people are going, this stuff is not a conspiracy, right? Because the cosmic agencies who are higher than the criminals. Criminals are here, the cosmic agencies are up here. These guys, they want to control the world. Every time they get close, the cosmic agencies go, okay, we're going to lift up people, create a higher awareness, get them to see, maybe they'll wake up. Now, at this point in time, we're getting so close to the end here, we're getting to this emergency situation. There's been a massive waking up. And people are still kind of going, oh, I don't know what I should do. I'm not sure if I believe in extraterrestrials, but I don't think we're alone in the universe. Well, get the memo. If you don't think you're alone, you're not alone. So write it on the wall. I am not alone in the universe. Which means what? It means that there are extraterrestrials. Write it down. So people don't want to make that leap. Right? Is NASA covering up something on the moon? Are they covering up motherships on the surrounding Saturn? It's not an if anymore. Are there subterranean installations? Secret military installations? It's not a secret. It's the truth. Do humans have their own anti-grav ships? Yes! You believe it. You've got to believe it. Are we living in a reality? You got a matrix? Yes! So that's what the cosmic agencies are saying. So now, I wanted to make this short, but it's getting long. The cosmic criminals, like I've said, they want to control the planet. The cosmic agencies are saying, listen, these guys have been duped. The people have been enslaved. They need our help. We can't save them, but we're going to give them a little help. Which means what? Which means the cosmic criminals cannot control the world. If, this is the if they cannot control the world because the cosmic agencies will not go away, and this is the case, you know, the heavenly powers will not abandon humanity. It won't save them 100%, but it won't abandon them. That means what? That means these cosmic criminals can never control this planet, this plane, no matter what they do. Which means what? Their second option, option number 2, is to destroy this place. To spite.
Oh, dude, what the fuck? See how it's like a triangle shape?
Yeah, I know.
That's how they...
I know.
When I see it on TV and shit. Dude, call your dad and tell him to look at that.
I will. Oh my gosh.
Because my parents aren't like home to see this. This needs to be still. This is so gnarly, dude. I wish I had a telescope. Dude. What?
Call my dad.
No way, dude. No way. This is not real, man. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
Hey, Dad, did you get my text? Can you see them? Oh my gosh, there's so many. There's UFO, like there's lights flying around.
Tell them they're triangular shaped.
Like in like a triangle shape. I'm at work, but you could probably see it from home. Look over, like...
Look towards San Diego.
Like if you look up out on the balcony, oh wow.
Dude, this is freaking nuts. Oh!
There's like 15 of them. Yeah, like right over the hill. They're super bright.
They're... Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Can you see them?
Can you see them? Oh my gosh.
Dude, this is fucking insane.
Yeah, I got a really long video.
Dude.
Well, I'm at the Vantis right now, but if you look over
open up your Compass app.
it's if you looked over towards Sport Chalet, it should be above the hill. They're going away right now. But yeah, they keep disappearing and then they come back. All right, I'll text you if I see them again, so you can look. Man,
this is the greatest day.
What I captured was a saucer looked like UFO flying. I was at a friend's house and we're going to the backyard, and just looking at the screen as we're coming out, we looked up into the sky and it was the UFO flying. It looked quite low. I got a clear image of it I'd like to show you. And my name's Cordell Dilo.
All right, Cordell, well, this is going to be the first time that anybody's seen this picture throughout the world, and we're going to exclusively bring it to you on Third Phase of Moon, right?
Yes, we are.
All right, well, here we go. Let's take a look at this photo. All right, Cordell, this definitely seems like some kind of UFO metallic flying object. Really spectacular, right out of the Roswell sighting. Are you going to be able to send this high-res image to us at Third Phase of Moon so we could share it?
Yes, I will be able to, yeah.
Okay, well, let's take a look at this high-res picture right now. So can you tell us, when you photographed that UFO that day, was there somebody with you were saying, and what did they experience?
I was at my friend's house when I took it, and they were just quite stunned when they saw it. It wasn't something it's quite out of the normal to see, so they were quite amazed by it. And yeah.
It's an incredible photograph that we're looking at right now. Can you tell us, did you take any other photos of this object flying by?
No, that was really the only one I could get, because by the time I got that photo, it was gone.
Well, once in a lifetime, great shot.
I've got other photos of I've got ones of orange lights in the sky at night. I've got one of, since I got my telescope, I was taking pictures of the moon, and what I can see in it is I can see a UFO look-alike object, and I've got a photo of that to show you.
Oh, this is amazing. All right, more exclusive right here at Third Phase of Moon. You have an archive of photographs and UFOs. Would you be willing to visit us here at Third Phase of Moon on a continuous basis and share some of your videos and UFOs with us?
Yeah, no problem.
Well, this
I'd love to show you that.
this is absolutely fantastic. Making connections on Skype. Cordell, how did you come across Third Phase of Moon?
I take a high interest in the UFO sightings, and I've just been looking over YouTube channels, and I've found yours, and been viewing quite a bit of them lately. And as I saw on some of them, I've just, you know, I just saw the Skype name, so I thought I'd add you and let you know some of the sightings I've had.
Well, you know, Skype is an amazing tool, and we encourage all our viewers on YouTube, if you captured anything amazing, you send it to us at Third Phase of Moon. Thanks, Cordell, for joining us here again. My name's Blake Cousins, and we'll see you again next time.